City of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the major stories. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says rapid industrialization is needed to end energy poverty. Federal government approves 15 billion naira Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund infrastructure upgrade concession. Plus, NASA says flash Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has stated that the country needs to accelerate industrialization to lift Nigerians out of energy poverty. Osinbajo said this at the just concluded Nigerian International Energy Summit in Abuja. Cannot be overemphasized. He urged stakeholders in the oil and gas sector to form alliances with the government to deliver gas and other cleaner energy sources to the world. Away from that, the federal government has approved the second phase of the Electronic Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF), which will enable concessionaires. At the Federal Executive Council meeting, which was presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Ngige also revealed that the council approved the amendment of outdated labor laws to meet globally accepted standards prescribed by the International Labour Organization. He added that the approval was meant to refine the process to avoid revenue loss. The Account Allocation Committee (FAAC) says it shared 714.63 billion naira among the three tiers of government in March 2023. The figure represents a decrease of 8.05 billion naira compared to the 700 at the end of its latest meeting in Abuja. According to the communique, the total amount includes gross statutory revenue, value-added tax, and electronic money transfer levies. The release noted that the federal government received 276.14 billion naira, the states received 232.13 billion naira, and the local government councils got 171.26 revenue. In the meantime, the federal government has approved an e-customs modernization project worth at least 142.24 billion naira amid reports of an existing court order restraining it from proceeding with the project. The Minister of State, Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, who said he was unaware of any court order at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, the concessionaire includes Bedman Securities Consultants and Suppliers Limited as the project sponsor, Africa Finance Corporation (UFC) as the lead financier, and Hawaii Technologies as the lead technical service provider. Project plus a debt facility timesheet in the sum of $300 million to finance the first phase of the project. He also revealed that the concessionaire will take 45% of all that accrues to the Comprehensive Input Service Scheme, while 55% goes to the federal government. On census, 3 national population census. This is contained in a statement in Abuja by the media aide to the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, James Lalu Mbanefo. Michael gave the charge while speaking at a town hall meeting with stakeholders organized by the National Population Commission (NPC) to sensitize the public on the 2023 census. Disabilities in the forthcoming population census will give them a sense of belonging. Meanwhile, the National Population Commission (NPC) has said that the mentally deranged homeless people and every living being in Nigeria will be counted in the upcoming 2023 housing and population counting. The NPC Federal Commissioner representing Ondo State, Diran Iyaton, said this in Akure at a one-day capacity building. 23 census would have at least 98% success, explained that the purpose of the workshop was not to undermine the professionalism of the publicity committee members, but to enhance their capacity to deliver on their mandate. He noted that the committee was one of the most important committees to drive the exercise due to the psyche of the public. From the legislature, the National Assembly Joint Committees on Aviation, led by Christine Olujumi and Noli Naji, directive was given following a 2-day warning strike by aviation workers unions that disrupted flight operations across Nigeria on Monday and Tuesday. The committees expressed concerns about the frequency of industrial actions and disruptions to flight operations in the country, noting that many of the issues causing agitation were long-standing. The committees also directed the minister to provide all documents relating to the workers' grievances, including the non-implementing relevant government agencies for a decade. The joint committees further stated that the threat of demolition without alternative provisions for regional offices of aviation agencies, such as the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, and the Nigerian. On home front, Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel says the decision of his administration to embark on the construction of rural roads network in 5 kilometers Afariman Leprosy Hospital Road with a 0.7 outfall drain in Etinan local government area. The governor said the community roads would help to engender rural development, open up the rural economies, and curb rural-urban migration. Governor Emmanuel assured the people of the state that more rural road projects and other projects will be inaugurated across all senatorial districts of the state before the end of his administration. Governor Emmanuel also announced that the ongoing remodeling of.
Honestly, the reason we are concentrating on commissioning community rural roads within this period is to make 2 category statements. Number 1, to show the world that we've kept our promise. In our second term, we promise the whole world that our concentration will be a lot on rural development. And today, this is one of those outcomes. Number 2 is to come back to the community through project commissioning to tell the community thank you. Let me also say here, this road is extremely significant and important because the first leprosy hospital, in fact by then it wasn't even a leprosy hospital only, the first major hospital within this locality
has said he's deeply alarmed by what he called a misunderstanding over the timing of the integration of Sudan's paramilitary force into the main army could have degenerated into such violent conflict. Reports say that he is one of 3 African heads of state meant to be flying to Sudan's capital, Khartoum, to mediate an end to the fighting. After 5 days of bitter battles between the ceasefire to allow unrestricted humanitarian access and to allow the mediation delegation to land. Meanwhile, the Libyan National Army (LNA), a group of armed forces reportedly loyal to Khalifa Haftar, has denied providing support of the country, but is not recognized by the international community. The Libyan National Army spokesman Ahmed Mesmari said in a statement that the General Command categorically rejected reports of providing support to one party against the other. He said the army was ready to play a mediating role between the rival parties in Sudan. Recall that the Sudan Army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) have been fighting since last Saturday in clashes that have reportedly killed at least 270 people. On the foreign scene, a mysterious flash that lit up the skies over the Ukrainian capital Kyiv has generated much to be a NASA satellite falling to Earth, but the U.S. Space Agency said it was still in orbit. Popcore disclosed that the bright glow was observed in the sky over the capital around 10 p.m. yesterday, noting that an air raid alert was activated, but air defense was not in operation. The Ukrainian Air Force, while suggesting that the flash might have been it had announced earlier this week that a retired 660-pound satellite would re-enter the atmosphere on Wednesday. Still on the foreign scene, at least 78 people have been reportedly killed in a crash at a school, said hundreds of people crowded into the school to receive donations amounting to about $9 per person. Meanwhile, the country's Interior Ministry said 2 local businessmen who allegedly arranged the event had been arrested and an investigation. NFF lines up top friendlies for Super Falcons ahead of World Cup. Stay tuned for details of these and more after the break.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but over your competitors, for your desired return on investment and so much more. Advertise on Spectrum Television, on Vision, broadening your horizon.
Thanks for staying tuned, and now to the rest of the news. To the effect of the monetary policy. A statement signed by the Customs Area Controller in charge of the command, Timi Bombodi, said that the command collected a total of 10 million naira from imported goods. He said that the amount represented 77% of its expected revenue for the quarter. Bombodi said that so far in the first quarter, the command has collected a total of 10 billion naira. It had an anticipated revenue target of 55 billion naira for the year 2023. According to him, KLTC was used as a transit hub for exports. However, since the establishment of an export processing terminal, all export procedures have since commenced in the command with an anticipated uptick in export volume. Bombodi said that the command had of its capacity. Still in business, import ban and others factors have reportedly caused the price of 1 kilogram of local rice to rise by 201.52% in 7 years due to rising insecurity in the country. Reports say this happened despite a multi-billion naira funding support at the Central Bank in Nigeria for the nation's rice value chain aimed at boosting production. Data from the Selected Food Prices Watch report of the National Bureau of Statistics showed that the average 2016 to 520.84 naira as at February 2023. Recall that in 2015, the CBN stopped the importers of rice and 41 other items from accessing foreign exchange at the official window in order to encourage local production. The federal government also banned rice imports across land borders and kept 70% of Nigeria. Andy Ekwelem noted that before the ban, Nigeria imported about 1.24 million tons of rice from Thailand, but this dropped to 400, and the Ministry of Health says the country is facing a serious nutritional challenge in the area of undernutrition, micronutrients deficiency, and overnutrition, which is the 17th ECOWAS Nutrition Forum in Abuja. According to reports, the 2021 Global Nutrition Report revealed that diets are not getting healthier and have been associated. Noted that scaling up of nutrition-specific and sensitive interventions, optimized use of resources for impact and solidarity between governments and partners to mobilize additional resources for nutrition will ensure the attainment of global targets for nutrition in the ECOWAS region. Speaking at the forum, Dr. Kere said that the federal government's strategic response policy Still in health, a radiation oncologist, Professor Ifeoma Okoye, has warned that late presentation and death from cancer cases will continue to rise unless proactive measures are taken to break the pervading cycle of ignorance. The professor of radiology, College of Medicine, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu State, gave the warning in an interview with the newsman in Lagos. According to her, 10 Nigerians die every hour from cancer, and 80,000 cancer deaths occur in the country per year. Okoye said data from the World Health Organization 15 new cases and 78,899 cancer deaths recorded yearly. She explained that in Africa, 5% of childhood cancers were cured compared to a cure rate of 80% in the developed world. The professor said that the statistics are distressing, given that over one-third of cancer deaths resulted from potentially preventable causes. In sports, the Super Falcons will engage in Grade A friendlies ahead of the 2023 for the team. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) have plans to arrange turn-up games for the 9-time African champions before the competition. The Super Falcons will also camp in Australia for 2 weeks before the start of the competition. According to reports, the West Africans are drawn in Group B20. Still in sports, Manchester City set up a Champions League semi-final clash with holders Real Madrid as Erling Haaland's goal ended Bayern Munich's hopes of a comeback. Bayern boss Thomas Tuchel to get back into the game. Haaland made them pay as he lashed home a shot into the top corner to cap off a swift counter-attack 15 seconds after Anderson had saved Kingsley Coman's shot at the end. Joshua Kimmich scored an 83rd minute penalty for Bayern after a harsh handball decision against Manuel Akanji, but the German champions were never going to find 3 more kills, announces his new single, Power, set to be released on Friday the 21st of April with a snippet. Reports say that after touring the world with smash hit single ODG to Kepana with the Get Gods and Breakfast, LT Skills is back with a unique sound titled Power, produced by Iga. Meanwhile, a teaser for Season 5 of MTV Sugar Niger is out ahead of the release of the highly anticipated series. Featuring some of the beloved cast and new faces, the teaser reveals some exciting drama and suspense. According to reports, this season, MTV Sugar Niger shines a light on the toxic masculinity, the aftermath of a COVID-19 death, gender-based violence, and a relationship complicated by HIV. Reports say that Adeswa Temi Wellington, Sheila, Sharon Jato Simi, and Tomiwa Tegbe Wasiu are back in Season 5, adding that all episodes of the season will be available on Netflix and YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai Anyekan. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.